Last time I was discussing about the disinfection of water. The water disinfection is done by the method called as chlorination of water. I told you how this chlorination occurs because when the bleaching powder mixed with the water, the chemical reaction occurs called as where the free chlorine is released, chemical reaction occurs between the water and the chlorine, Cl2 chlorine, and that is further the outcome of this chemical reaction is hydrochloric acid plus HOCl, hypochloride acid or hypochlorite, and this hypochlorite HOCl further gets disintegrated into the HCl, and the HOCl gets disintegrated into the H plus OCl, and this hypochlorite ion has got the direct disinfective action on the water, while the hydrochloric acid which has been released is neutralized by the alkalinity of the water. So for better chlorination of the water should be alkaline, because hydrochloric acid has to be neutralized by the alkalinity of the water. So what is important is chlorine. Chlorine is important. Chlorine gas. So what are the principles of chlorine? This chlorine gas neutralizes the magnesium, or in better way, it oxidizes the magnesium and the other metals. So the hard water becomes soft water, number one. Number two is it kills the bacteria. Number three is in high concentration it also kills the viruses and the fungus, algae. Number three is it gives better taste and no odor. But disadvantage is if high concentration of chlorine is used, if the high concentration of chlorine is used, then this free chlorine gas has got the irritant action on the eyes and taste changes. You must have noticed, if the bleaching powder is more added, then what happens is it smells badly water, and if you keep your eyes closer to the water, that gas irritates your eyes and watering from the eyes starts. So these are the principles and the advantages and the disadvantages of chlorine gas. Now coming to what are the different, again this free chlorine gas, as I told you, it has got the disinfective action. The contact rate of the water is 1 hour. How much gas should be there? The gas should be there 0.5 gram gas per liter of water for 1 hour. Then it has got the disinfective action. Now how to calculate the correct dose of this gas, or correct dose of chlorination, correct dose of bleaching powder? Correct dose of bleaching powder is calculated by the residual presence of chlorine plus 0.5 gram of chlorine free gas per liter is the correct dose, which disinfects the water. So this is asked in here. Now what are the types of chlorination? There are 3 types of chlorination. Chlorine gas, I just discussed. The one apparatus called as Patterson's chloronorm is used for calculation of the chlorine present into the water. Patterson chloronorm. Second is the chloramine. Chloramine means this gas includes chlorine plus amines. Chlorine plus amine means, to be specific, ammonia. Chlorine plus ammonia perchloron is used also for the chlorination of the this water. Third is the but this releases this chloramine releases 20 to 25% of the chlorine. Third, perchloron. It is also called as high test chlorination. It releases 75% of the chlorine, but it is possible, so not in practice. Now, how to? There is one more termination called as breakpoint chlorination. This is asked in the what is breakpoint chlorination? Say, why we carry out chlorination? Because water is turbid water. Water is infected water. Water smells badly. Colorful water. We don't want that water. Hard water is there. We don't want to drink hard water because it has got the deleterious effect, bad effect, adverse effect on the human body. That's why we carry out this urination. So there is one point called as breakthrough urination. Means in turbid water we are in a water which is already infected water. We are adding the bleaching powder which releases the free chlorine. This is clear. But the point, once you add this bleaching powder, it releases the chlorine. It releases the chlorine, but more you add this powder, there stays the residual chlorine stays there. More residual chlorine. And if you add more bleaching powder, that will again release the chlorine ion. And the point is achieved when there is a breakthrough chlorination. Means the point where we reach the more chlorine ion and the less residual chlorine, that point is called as breakpoint chlorination. You have to read 4 or 5 times, then you will understand properly, because this is confusing. I have repeated twice, I will repeat again. We add the bleaching powder, clear. Contact period is 1 hour. It releases free chlorine. That free chlorine disinfects the water. We can drink the water. But at the same time, if we add more amount of bleaching powder, it will release the free chlorine again. More free chlorine is released, and the excessive amount of chlorine is there. It settles there in the water. That chlorine is called as residual chlorine. But if you add more bleaching powder again, it will again release the chlorine. So more amount of residual chlorine is there. More amount of residual chlorine is there. So it will again release the chlorine. The point where the chlorine ion is more, chlorine ions are there, and at the same time we get the residual chlorine there. That point is attained, and that point is called as breakpoint chlorination. Means there is no need of further adding of the bleaching powder. There is one more terminology called as superchlorination. Remember, what is superchlorination? It is chlorination, more chlorination when needed. When this superchlorination needed? When the water is more turbid in rainy season. At that type of water means superchlorination. Now, how to test whether the water has been chlorinated properly or not? There is one test called, there are 2 tests in your curriculum. One is orthotoluidine test. Means what? Orthotoluidine is the reagent which has got the yellow color. You take 1 liter of water, 1 ml of water plus 1 ml of orthotoluidine test, water becomes yellow. More the period the water remains yellow, that means water is completely chlorinated. There is one more test which is more specific test called as arsenite test. Same. Arsenite is a reagent. 1 ml of arsenite reagent, 1 ml of water, allow it for 10 minutes. And if the water remains yellow, it is chlorinated. But it is costlier because arsenite is a more costlier as compared to the orthochlorine. So what is routinely done is orthochlorine test. Other methods of chlorination are ozone gas. O2 is oxygen. O3 is ozone. Ozonization of the infected water. That means you add the ozone to the infected water. That O3 gets mixed into the water and water becomes clear for drinking purpose. But to establish the ozone gas, there is lot of funds, money is required. That's why not in practice. The first ozone gas method tank is established in France in 1906. New plants are not established. Second test is mercury arc test. Means here the wavelength of this mercury arc should be 200